walking around Hong Kong for several hours today and I haven't stumbled upon street food, but I finally have, and I don't know what I'm gonna get, but it smells amazing. Every shop has just these pictures that are on the wall and it looks so appetizing. Like, ooh, like I want some like wonton noodle soup or with egg noodles, or some siu mai with egg noodles, barbecue duck. Oh man, it looks fantastic, smells good. I cannot wait to eat. First off, it's my first meal in Hong Kong and at Temple Spice Crab. And I ordered chow fun. In America, chow fun is the stir-fried rice noodles with beef, with you got scallions, you got bean sprouts inside. But I just feel so stupid right now because I ordered chow fun and the waiter brought out chow fun. But guess what chow fun is in Hong Kong? Chow fun is actually rice, fried rice in Hong Kong, not stir-fried rice noodles. So I was talking to the waiter, like, this is not chow fun. She's like, yes, it's chow fun. And then she opened up the menu, she's like, this is chow fun. So do you see that lady on the left side? She's my server. And guess what? She's drinking a beer while working. Why can't I do that back at home when I was a server? Nope, only in Hong Kong. Yeah, my server's eating and drinking. What the hell? So this is my favorite fruit in all of Southeast Asia, or Asia in general, mangosteen. Like, I used to grow up on this when I used to travel to Vietnam all the time when I was a child. I am so happy right now that I can have tropical fruits, not like your traditional like apples, bananas. Like, those are just so boring. Cherries, just so boring to me, but this is just so exotic for me and so delicious. I cannot wait to have them. So like I said, I just got the mangosteen. The downside of it, for a kilo for these little ones, it's about $8 US. So not worth it, but I'm not gonna see these types of fruits in Japan, and if I do, they're probably gonna be more expensive than here. Like, I gotta have them now. So to end my night here in Hong Kong, hold on, I'm gonna end my night. I don't know where I'm going. I should just go home and, you know, sleep for my flight tomorrow, but if I end my night here right now, this makes me happy. These are the taxis they have here. It's old school Toyota, so it's pretty cool. They have it also in Japan, but what I love about it here is that the doors automatically open. These are the old school apartments here in the modernized city of Hong Kong. As you can see, there are a lot of those air conditioners sticking out the side of the buildings. It's just so cool. Look at these beautiful lanterns. Apparently red means lucky, so when you go around the city, you see a lot of red signs. Like, everything is red, but this is just truly amazing. That's beautiful. Wow. It just looks like it's floating in the sky. And this actually reminds me of the movie Rush Hour, where the last scene, Jackie Chan and like Chris Tucker were trying to get away from the girl who was gonna blow up the whole casino.
Oh, hell no. Lady, you listen to me right now. You put that bomb down and turn it out. Connor, we have to jump. You crazy, man. I ain't jumping. Come on. Use your jacket. Turn that bomb over. Crazy.
Sick of walking around Hong Kong. I'm just gonna take you guys in my ride. I'm just kidding, that's not mine. That's not mine. I'm just joking. I can't afford business class. I can't afford that nice hotel you saw with the red lanterns, and I definitely cannot afford that car. I'm traveling on a budget. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci store. It's a really nice building. It just looks like a gigantic ramp. Like, you would assume like big monster, like gigantic monster trucks would just like drive right off that and right into the harbor, because there's nowhere else you can land. Alright guys, I've been walking on this one street for about 10 minutes already. Just wanted to get to the harbor, Victoria Harbour specifically, because I'm at an area in Hong Kong where if you just look over the harbor, you can see the beautiful skyline. And with that, here is that spectacular skyline. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like the most spectacular thing I've ever seen, like the skyline. And what's great about it is like you have the mountains in the background. It's just overlooking the city. That's what makes this city amazing. Oh man, I can't believe I'm here right now. I'm just so happy. So peaceful here. Just love being near water. It just really calms me, calms my nerves. That's what I need right now. But this view is just so breathtaking right now. Like, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm right here in Hong Kong. Once again, thank you, Preston. Thank you for, like, I know you're not here, but thank you for giving me a guide around Hong Kong, show me where I should go, should eat, but this view is like no other. Good morning from Hong Kong. It's a windy day this morning. I'm trying to get to the ferry just to catch the sunrise. early in the morning, and so I was gonna go get a taxi. I walked to the guy and I was like, can you take me to the ferry? He's like, why you want to take a taxi? It's 5 minutes away. Why don't you just walk? I'm like, wow, treated. So basically, I just got denied a taxi ride. But people in Hong Kong are like, they're pretty straightforward, you know? They tell it like it is. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but that's Hong Kong for you. Hello again. So right now I'm still at the harbor, gonna catch my train to go to Hong Kong International Airport in 30 minutes. Can't really go to check out different places because I'm only here for a layover, but this is like you get a quick glimpse of the city. So I'll be back here for New Year's to spend time with New Year's with with Preston next year. So but right now I'm at the harbor. What's beautiful and magnificent about this city, the downtown area, is so you have the mountains in the background. The mountains in the background, right? And you have the skyline, and you have both of them overlooking the spectacular bay. Like no place other. There are some places in the world, but not many that have a view like this. One last view before I return to the city in 1 year. Alright, right now I'm heading to Hong Kong International Airport, and I'm on the MTR, and last night it was so packed that I couldn't even see like how long this train was, but today it's clear there's not many people on the train, but this train is immaculate. Like, look how far down it stretches. Like, you do not know, like it stretches all the way down there. It's very spacious and very long. I do not even know when it ends. Alright, so I got to the airport about 8:50. Didn't think I was gonna make it because I was kind of lost in downtown Hong Kong, but I made it 5 minutes before departure, and then once I got to the gate, the plane was delayed for about an hour or so. So yeah, all that for nothing, I guess. But next time, it actually doesn't matter. Just always show up to the airport early for your flight. If it's an international flight, always at least 2.5 to 3 hours early, just to ensure everything is going well and a smooth sailing. So yeah, just standing in line right now, but we are on, well, I'm on my way to a place where I will be calling home for the next year or so. But let's just focus on the year. After, let's see, a 15-hour flight to Hong Kong, and then a layover, a long layover, and a 3-hour flight, 30-minute flight, which got delayed earlier, I am completely, my energy is just shot. Alright, so I just arrived, well, you already know I arrived. I just went past immigration and finally got my residence card. I am officially a resident of Japan, so that's exciting news to hear. That's bad news.